We've all been there, right? You had that one customer service experience, it's just so good, it almost feels like magic. But what if I told you it's not magic at all? What if it's actually a meticulously crafted playbook? Well, today, we're going to peek inside and steal some of its secrets.
Yeah, think back to that time. Maybe a hotel clerk who seemed to know what you needed before you did, or a flight attendant who just completely turned a stressful trip around. It feels so perfect, so effortless, like magic. But here's the thing, it's not. It's a performance.
And the best companies in the world, they're like Cirque du Soleil. They aren't just, providing a service. No way. They are staging an unforgettable performance where every single detail is choreographed to make you feel something incredible. And that is the secret. Behind every single one of those seemingly magical moments, there's a playbook, a deliberate, well-rehearsed set of strategies and principles designed to turn the ordinary into something truly extraordinary. And guess what? We're about to open it up.
Okay, so before we can really get into the playbook, we have to understand the game itself. And managing a service it's just a whole different ball game than managing a physical product. You can't just slap factory logic onto a hotel or a restaurant. It just doesn't work. Let's talk about why.
All right, the first big challenge is something called intangibility. Basically, services are invisible. You're buying a promise, right? You can't inspect a vacation before you go on it, and you definitely can't test drive a haircut. This creates a ton of uncertainty for us as customers. I mean, how do you know you're going to get what you paid for?
So what do the best companies do? They manage the evidence. They find ways to make their invisible quality visible. A perfect example is Singapore Airlines. Think about it, the spotless cabin, the perfectly crisp uniforms, the calm professional demeanor of the crew. Every single one of those things is a physical cue. It's a tangible signal that screams premium quality and safety long before the plane even takes off.
Next up, we've got variability. You know this one. The same restaurant can give you a mind-blowing 5-star meal one night and a totally meh experience the next. Why? Because the service quality totally depends on who is providing it. Their mood, their training, it all changes. And that makes consistency an absolute nightmare to manage.
So how do the best brands fight back against this chaos? With systems, relentless systems and training. You look at a firm like Edward Jones. They are not leaving their service up to chance. Oh no, they engineer consistency. They have crystal clear standards and super rigorous training to make sure every single client gets that same high-level experience every single time.
And finally, there's this idea of perishability. It's simple. You can't put a service in a warehouse. An empty seat on an airplane, that's revenue that literally vanishes into thin air the second that plane takes off. It's gone forever. Same for a hotel room or a restaurant table. It means managing a service is this constant, high-stakes tightrope walk against the clock.
Okay, so there you have it. Those are the big challenges, right? You're selling something you can't see, you're trying to keep it consistent, and you're doing it all before the clock runs out. So, now for the good part. Let's get into the playbook itself. How do the world's best brands take these massive challenges and turn them into a winning strategy?
Now, what's so cool about this is that there's no single one-size-fits-all playbook. It's totally adaptable. I mean, just look at these two airlines. Southwest, their whole promise is about low-cost efficiency. So their playbook is all about operational excellence, stuff like those legendary lightning-fast turnarounds at the date. But then you have Singapore Airlines. Their promise is premium luxury. So their playbook is completely different. It's all about customer intimacy and incredible in-flight service. See, two totally different goals, two perfectly executed, but very different plays.
Okay, let's look at play number 1. This one tackles that whole intangibility problem we talked about head-on. The rule is simple. If your service quality is invisible, you have to find ways to make it visible. You've got to manage the physical evidence.
And your physical environment is one of your most powerful messengers. The Panera Cares community cafes? I mean, what a masterclass. Every single design choice, from the big shared tables to the warm lighting, was deliberately engineered. It was all designed to make their mission of community and trust feel real, feel tangible. You don't just read about it on a sign, you actually feel it the moment you walk in the door.
All right, moving beyond just the physical space, the truly elite service companies, they obsess over the process. They literally map out, analyze, and engineer every single step of the customer's journey. Absolutely nothing is left to chance.
I mean, just think for a second about how you book a restaurant reservation now. It used to be, well, kind of clunky, right? You'd make phone calls, maybe wait on hold. But today, it's this beautiful, seamless journey.
You discover options, you compare them, you book a time, and bam, you get a confirmation, all in just a few taps.
And let me tell you, that seamless experience did not happen by accident. Not at all. Companies like OpenTable literally obsessed over re-engineering that entire journey. They found every single point of friction, all the waiting, the uncertainty, and they used technology to make it just disappear. And the result? A process that feels completely effortless and puts you, the customer, in total control. That's what brilliant service design is all about.
So, you might be wondering, why go to all this trouble? Why obsess over every little detail of the environment and the process? Well, because the ultimate prize, the real reason you execute this playbook, isn't just about making one sale. It's about earning loyalty.
And this might be the most important takeaway of all. Being satisfied is cheap. A customer can be perfectly satisfied with a purchase today and go straight to your competitor tomorrow. But loyalty, loyalty is the holy grail. That's the deep, emotional connection that turns someone who bought from you once into a fan for life.
So how do you build that kind of loyalty? Well, it's not just about the transaction. It's about forging a real emotional connection. It's about what happens when things go wrong, turning a potential disaster into a moment of brilliance with incredible service recovery. And ultimately, it's about personalizing the experience, making people feel seen, valued, and rewarded for sticking with you.
So, at the end of the day, that really is the secret, isn't it? That magical feeling you get from truly great service, it's almost never an accident. It's always the result of a thoughtful, intentional, and brilliantly executed playbook. So the next time you have one of those amazing experiences, ask yourself, was that just luck or was that design? I bet if you look closely enough, you'll know the answer.